Hello. Yeah, seriously, guys. Nature is just saying that we need to slow down. Nature's not in a rush. She's got nothing to prove. She's not desperate. She just is. All of the desperate energy in the world comes from us and from parts of nature that are negatively affected by us being desperate and greedy and impatient. But nature's just doing her thing silently in the background. And I think part of the reason she gets so overlooked is because she's doing her thing silently in the background. She's not out there with social media accounts and TikToks and trends and, she's not seeking attention. She's not seeking to be seen or to make it. Nature is just existing calmly and peacefully in the background. And there are so many times in my life, I'm getting warm now. There are so many times in my journey that I have been injured or sick. And it has frustrated me because it's come at times in my life when I'm like feverishly trying to achieve something and then I get set back and halted by an external force that I have no control over. And every time it's happened, I've come into this space of like absolute surrender, which brings with it this deep experience of serenity, because when you can't force things to happen and you're forced to surrender, there's such a relief that comes with not needing to achieve or prove or validate or any of these external human experiences that are perceived as purpose and value. But that aren't inherently valuable. Not that there's anything wrong with achievement at all. It's a fun part of being a human to achieve things, to complete things. But in reality, completion in itself, shoe fly, is almost like a man-made concept, because in nature there's never really a full completion. There may be like a crux of something, a climactic point, say the flower finally blooms or the tree reaches the crown of the forest, but in essence then after that peak there will be a dying back, and then a resurgence of new energy, and a whole new journey will begin again. So even though there is completion, it's not like done, finished, klaar, achieved, box ticked, which is how humans like to perceive life. But as I said, that's a man-made concept. So I think the reason that we are always so feverishly seeking the next best thing, or to make it, or to achieve, or to have that orgasmic big bang, I've done the thing, I'm now a valuable, valid human being, my existence has purpose. I think the reason we're constantly seeking that is because we've become so detached from nature's natural cycles and rhythms, and from nature herself, that we have forgotten that our purpose is just to coexist with nature, and that in existing and coexisting as this part of this eternally evolving and growing and changing cyclical biological being that is Earth and is nature, we are doing something. and we are living a valuable, valid, purposeful existence. Who's to say that that fly that I showed earlier is not serving its purpose? It exists in the ecosystem for a reason. And I might find it annoying because its sound waves irritate my eardrums because of my perception of what's a good and bad sound. But ultimately, I can't say that that fly is any less valuable than a butterfly that I perceive as beautiful and more valuable because it aligns with my personal perceptions of value. Yeah, so lately I've been at this point in my journey where I am wanting to begin achieving certain goals that I have set for myself because it excites me to think about these things being manifest and existing in the world, because I want to give to the world certain aspects of my creative energy and therefore influence the world. But I don't see those things as necessarily, I don't see those things as necessary for my value or my perceived purpose as a human being. Right now, as a nobody that only the people in my unique journey know, right now as a little human who's just playing out my 1 in 8 billion plus part of humanity and then some in all of existence, my little finite pixel of an existence is no less valuable than if I was a best-selling author who everyone knew, or an artist that everyone loved, or a singer, or a theorist, or whatever these big things in the world, or a sports star, whatever these big things in the world that humans put so much value on. I would be no more or less inherently valuable if I had these external boxes ticked than I do right now. I'm no more valuable now than I was when I was 16, than I was when I was 5 years old, than I will be when I'm 85 years old. I will be no more or less inherently purposeful or valuable at any point in my life, because my mere existence is my value and is my purpose in this life. Just like this leaf was once some other kind of energy, and then it formed on the tree, and then it fell from the tree, and now it's creating compost and mulch for the earth, for new things to be nourished and for them to grow up out of. It's no more valuable now as mulch than it was as a leaf, and it was no more valuable as a leaf on a tree than it is as a leaf on the ground. It's just a part of the journey. And that is what it is for us too. We're just these humans who are being. We are just humans being. And the things that come out of our beingness make life more beautiful. Because of all these beautiful leaves scattered on the floor, it's like a little collage of beautiful autumn colors on the floor. But they don't make that's not their purpose. Their purpose is not to be beautiful colors on the floor. Their purpose is existing. Part of their existence is that they do create this environment of beautiful colors, but that does not make them any more or less inherently valuable. I hope you're getting the parable and the metaphor that I think I'm starting to overdo now. But long story short, TLDR, the point and the purpose of this expression is that there is nothing wrong with wanting to create and share things in the world, with wanting to achieve things, with wanting to set goals and complete them. Nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. It's a part of the human existence. But those external things do not equate internal purpose or value. And until we can believe and saturate ourselves in the acceptance and the surrender to the fact that our mere existence is our purpose and our value, then nothing outside of ourselves will ever feel good enough. because we will constantly be externally seeking this sense of purpose and validation that we need to tap into and accept and surrender to. Actually, at the end of the day, all we need to do is surrender to it, because it's already existing. It's already the underlying foundational truth of life, is that our mere existence is our value and is our purpose. Yeah. So accept yourself as you are. Don't stop striving. Don't stop wanting to achieve. Don't stop setting goals. Don't stop creating. But do it from a place of, this is an embellishment to my life. This is me putting earrings on, or putting makeup on, or wearing a cool jacket because I feel like expressing myself today. It is not who and what I am. And it is not my value. Because your value is you. Just like my value is me. And this leaf's value is this leaf.